Hey y'all, thanks for tuning into the Nintendo Drive. If you're hanging out with us on YouTube, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Or if you're getting cozy and listening to us on your podcast feed, make sure you're following and leaving us nice reviews. You can also support the show on Patreon and pick up some awesome merch. Links to those and more are in the description, but let's get the show started.
Hi, hey everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Me.
Hi.
I'm also back.
You're here.
Hi.
Me, Sean Capri.
Hi, Sean. It's you, Sean Capri. Hi.
The
And Lockleth.
Lockleth.
And the Lockleth. Yeah. And then
Hi.
Seth. I don't have some fancy intro.
No, it's just Seth. Just Seth.
The
Just me.
$2 hero. The Toonie hero.
Yeah, the Toonie hero. Yeah.
Toonie hero.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if I ever-
you're amazing up in Canada. I'll tell you that much.
I'm doing great
You
up
got
there.
your own coin?
Yeah, I'm doing great up there. I feel like if I were
Coin?
ever... Yeah,
Coin?
loonies and toonies.
Coin?
Yeah.
I say coin. We're
Oh, you're like
Coin.
voice crack coin.
I'm
got
drinking
a
my Diet
coin?
Coke a little early in the show here, so I had a bubble kind of happening
yeah.
just to let you all know. Thought I would take a break from, perusing the comment section of our Hellblade video. Come and do a
brother.
Nintendo podcast. So
Yeah.
Avert
happy
thine
to
eyes.
see everybody here. Your resident X-bot here doing a Nintendo podcast, telling you about all my
Your,
favorite times about Nintendo. Here I am.
Your 25-year-old X-bot reporting on it.
Oh, that was so nice. Yes, I've been born in the mid to late 90s, according to one of our top commenters. That was very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
It's been a fun odyssey looking at the comment section of that. You did a great job with that review, Sean.
Thanks.
If I may say so myself. I thought it was great. I love that you talked about the way the game made you feel, and I know this is a Nintendo show, but yeah, check out Sean's review of
Thanks, man.
Senua's Saga: Hellblade 2.
Yes. People are forgetting a
which I-
colon when they're talking about this game. Can't forget about
Yeah.
the colon.
Yeah, you gotta pay respect to the colon. Take care of your colon.
Take care of your colons. Wait, what?
know?
What? I'm not sure which one we're talking about now. Hi, Lockleth.
You were in a car in that video.
I
That's cool.
seriously thought about doing the rest of it still in the car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Car's
That
making
would
a
be
comeback, some may say.
Making a comeback.
Gonna come
It's-
back.
You guys just wait.
You guys ever hear about these cars? They're making a comeback.
Driving, that thing you get a license for, and you take 2 tests.
I
making a
think
comeback.
driving's really making a comeback.
I think it
mean,
is. Speaking of making a comeback,
Transportation.
we may be getting a minivan, y'all. So like I could have a whole studio in
wow.
there.
Oh yeah, there's a lot you could do with that.
Like
bad
3
boy.
stages of like the video. Like, okay, we're gonna start in the driver's
yeah.
seat, but we're gonna take a nap in the back. We're gonna move into the middle. It could be a whole thing.
I'll
Got
send you a
different
bunch of
camera angles.
I'll send you a bunch of squishmallows. You can just have them.
I could pick you all up.
Soundproofing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
that's true.
open the door, doesn't stop. Like, get in.
Get on in. We're doing a podcast.
Tuck
It's
and
live
roll,
right
baby.
now.
Get in.
That was my bachelor party, but that's a post show story. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Get in the van.
that.
They didn't even stop.
That's
They
like,
just tossed me in. Good times.
That's like Angelina Jolie in Wanted. You know,
good
where she
pull.
like scoops them up. Yeah.
Yep. Just like ice cream.
Anyways. Yeah.
Little
Good
scoop,
to
scoop.
see you both. Yeah, a little scoop
Hi.
scoop.
Yeah, we're weird. We're weird energy tonight. Like
There is a weird energy tonight. That's for sure.
it's Thursday.
We're here. It's a Thursday night. It's raining. Lockless recording outdoors.
Yep,
We
yep.
found out.
I'm basically out in the wilderness, so if you hear rain.
Yeah, and we're here, and it does my heart good to see you both. I'm happy to be here this week. I will say, y'all, we do have a little bit of housekeeping. Housekeeping. Shout outs to and thank you to Samuel. I think it's Nessling. For joining up at the gold member tier, the only Austin Powers themed tier on the Patreon. We love gold over there on Patreon. Huge thanks to Samuel Nessling for joining the ranks of fine folks who support us over there. Of course, you can get a 7-day free trial over there at Patreon as well and see what all the fuss is about, all the exclusive content for yourself.
So
But
much
thank
fuss.
you.
So much muss.
lots of fuss, lots of muss. Check it on out. We got Ryan happening next on the Pants Patreon podcast for Patrons podcast this week, which is our weekly AMA show that we do every week over there. So lots of fun stuff happening. I believe there, I don't know when it goes live, Sean, but I know that you recorded an exciting episode of the Real Carpool Gaming podcast that could be about literally anything for Patrons podcast.
Yes. With Ron from the PlayStation Drive. It's so good. It's ready and waiting. This week was a lot of content that we threw at people with Hellblade and whatnot. Hellblade. So we want Ron's episode to have a little space for people to pay attention to. I learned something about Ron, like pretty central to who he is, that I didn't know before.
Oh, wow.
So how about that little
If that
little
ain't
tease?
a good tease. Yeah.
If sensual didn't reel you in.
Yeah, I'm titillated, Sean.
Yeah, his name isn't Roy. It's Ron.
Oh, wow. This is news.
Hang on.
I was like, wait a second.
Headline. Wait.
Yeah.
The
That
veil
was
has been
70
lifted.
minutes in. Wait. Roy, why do you keep correcting me?
It's like, Sean, there's something you got to know about me. It ain't Roy.
What? But Lachlan said Roy.
Oh, goodness
This
gracious.
is brand new information.
And Ryan talks to him every week, and Ryan's just learning it.
Look, I'm pretty sure Ryan didn't know this, but for real, I'm pretty sure he didn't know either.
The
So.
amount
Wow.
of times that Roy, I call him Roy, that Roy messaged me and said people think my name is Roy. It's just-
See?
I've never met a Roy ever in my real life. I've
I
never met
have.
an actual Roy.
Roy.
I have. His name's Roy.
I've met a Roynold, but not a.
Ew.
Like, isn't that,
No.
no.
That's stupid.
Isn't that what Roy's short for?
That's just dumb.
Is Roy short for anything? It's not. This is 3 letters that doesn't make any sense to me anymore.
It's short.
Roy.
Yeah.
It's short for
Patrick-
royal
Yeah?
because
Yeah,
he's
maybe that's
royalty.
true.
There's Patrick Waugh, but it's ROY. He's a
They
goalie
do-
from Montreal Canadiens, Lachlan.
They call him the Royal Baroness, and maybe that is what it's short for.
Yeah.
Roy.
The Royal.
Yeah. Wow.
No.
That's-
Shout out to Roy. I mean Ron.
Yeah. Star Athena
love
says
Ron.
Fauntleroy.
No,
Roy is short
no.
for Fauntleroy.
No, it isn't.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either. It's like
guess it probably
inappropriate
would
touching
be.
or something.
I hate that.
It would be short for
Fauntleroy.
Elroy. It would
I
be
hate
short for
that.
Elroy, no? Like,
maybe.
Like the Jetsons. Yeah.
Oh, where did you get
yeah.
that from? Leroy or Elroy, says Yarden.
Yeah. His boy
That
Elroy.
Sean's just like, oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Like what?
you didn't know either. Shut up.
I guess that makes sense.
You weren't out here telling me what it was.
Too much.
Anyways.
Oh.
Just talked about Roy for 5 minutes.
We love Ron.
must.
We love Ron.
We love Ron. And we love you, Samuel Nessling. Thank you for joining in
yeah.
the Patreon.
We're still in
Thank
there.
you.
Okay, yeah,
for the
we're
gold
still in
member
there.
tier. Yeah, thank you very
Housekeeping.
much. Anyways, let's talk about some video games, I guess, eh? Is that what we're
I don't know.
gonna
We were
do?
having fun just now.
I'm in a weird mood.
Same.
Yeah. We're in a weird mood. Okay. Well, who wants Lachlan, do you want to tell us about the video games?
Sure. I have
Please.
been playing, besides Animal Crossing, I've put Stardew down for like a week.
Oh no.
Actually, so did I.
Gotta take a break
Did ya?
every now and again. I heard inklings that it might be dropping on Switch, the update for
Oh.
Stardew at the end of June, so we shall see.
Inklings.
I hope so. Yeah, inklings.
Inkling boy or Inkling-
Octolings.
I don't know. Something.
She's not having it with me tonight.
She's like, I don't play Splatoon.
Yeah, whatever.
Games.
Shut up.
Games that I have played. Paper
Let's list all the games we
Trail.
didn't play.
Paper Trail. Yes, Paper
Ooh.
Trail. I like that game. I like it a lot. It's
I like
super
it.
fun.
Yeah.
It's a paper folding puzzle game. Say that 3 times fast. And it's exciting. It's cute. I like the art style of it. I like the music a lot. There was like a little bit of piano playing at a certain point that like made my video, like several points that made my video like copywritten. So
Oh no, you got
it's-
struck.
It's fine. I could have muted it, but it would mute like 4 different points in the video. And I was like, I don't care
Just
enough.
dispute it.
So should I take it off the screen right now?
No,
then,
it's just the sound.
Yeah.
It's just the sound, but it is a fun game. It does you really have to like use your head.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm reacting to right now. Like, this is not for me.
Oh, no.
No way. I can't.
And Sean, there's these little like origami, like little things you can also get, like extras.
Origami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Origami kings. No, we're good. We're good. I didn't even know we were in trouble. Like,
it's all in the face.
I don't say anything. I just look at the camera. The audience.
I'm like, is
knows
something
if
wrong
you're
with
here.
her internet? What's she frozen for? And then I realized, the look. I forgot.
It's just a
I haven't been on the
steely
show in a
gaze.
couple weeks. Yeah,
I wasn't here last week, so and neither were you, Sean.
neither was I. Yeah.
I don't
Amanda
know
and
what
I
I was
held it
saying.
down.
Oh, these little origami thingies. You have to do like extra steps to get it. It's on the back side of the paper. So you have to get your character to the back side, Sean.
Not a chance.
Get the little thing, the little crane or whatever it is, and then go back to the other side of the paper.
That's too much.
It does sound complicated. Yeah,
But it did
does
look
sound
cute.
Like a lot.
It is complicated, more so in certain parts than others. But once you get it, you're like, oh. Mm-hmm. And there is like a hint system as well, but it
That's
doesn't
good.
like. It doesn't
Spamming
actually
the
like
hint button.
show you everything when you hit hint. It like takes you to each like fold step. So imagine like the piece of paper. So if you have to fold this one corner a certain ways in, you can do that as that's like step 1. You could see that part first, and then if you want to continue and see step 2, you just move the scale a little further, and it shows you the next fold.
Okay.
So you kind of, don't see it all at once, which is nice. So you can see as much as you need to see just to get through the puzzle. So that's one game. The other
like
game that I've played more is Little Kitty, Big City.
Nice.
Super fun. You're a little cat. It's a very good mix of Stray and Untitled Goose
Little
Game.
kitty, big city.
Yes, I met a duck/goose character that very much reminds me of a mixture of Sean and Ryan as a person. So,
Wait, are you talking about the one that doesn't shut up?
Oh, come on.
the duck loses his ducklings for one, and it reminded me of Sean and
I've never lost my kids.
And the lost cat story,
I don't remember
because you have a
the story.
farm. You have a farm at your house, Sean.
Oh, yes.
That's true.
Yeah, we do have
and
a
you
farm
did,
at our house.
Y'all did lose a kitten, so it did remind me of that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't lose. I just didn't know where it was, but I didn't lose. Like, it was still
So
in the
Sean
house.
lost a cat.
Just
and it
to be
reminded
clear,
me of
look,
that.
people want to cast judgment on me, okay? I just need to set... You can judge me if I don't know where my cat is in the house, but I didn't lose... It's not like a lost puppy kind of thing. I wasn't setting up posters in the neighborhood, okay? Okay. I'm making it worse.
So Sean lost a cat, and it reminded me of that. And then he talks about being very anxious.
Oh, that's me.
Yep. And I was like, that's Sean. And then
sure.
the duck or whatever goes into this whole spiel of like nerd lore in some way that definitely reminded me of Ryan in the nonsense that they have in their head. So I felt like it was a very good mixture of the
Everybody
two
can
of
get
y'all.
Damn.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for thinking of us.
You're welcome. Always in my thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, sure.
Peace out.
Have you finished it yet?
I have not. But
Okay.
I'm working my way through it. I have a map now. That was another thing. The goose gave me a map.
Yep.
Thank God. Can't play a game without a map.
Yeah. Sean's
That's
character
why-
gives you a map.
What is
That's
this,
why
little
it was
gator
you.
game or what?
That's why it was you, Sean.
Can't keep going. Get a map. Goodness gracious. Little gator game got no map.
Well, they gave me a map, and I was like, look, if this was Sean in a game, they would also give me a map. So,
5 hours later.
yeah. I was like a third of the way in it. It gave me a map, I think.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Well, I'm
My
glad-
kids are
I'm glad
enjoying
you
this
like
one
it.
quite a lot. I did not buy it.
Game Pass.
I did not buy it. What? No, actually not. We do have it on Switch, but I did not buy it.
okay.
I purchased it as a gift for Chelsea for Mother's Day. It was part of her
The
Mother's
Capri
Day gift.
Estate.
I have not played it, and I feel like if this helps, like, satisfy the rule keepers over there, I will not be touching the game that was purchased for Chelsea as a gift, my wife, because this is like her most anticipated game of the year. She was very excited about this one. Oh yeah, she loved Untitled Goose Game. She figured this was Untitled Goose Game with a cat. I don't know if that's the case or not, but yeah, her and the kids have been playing it, and they've been having a gay old time over there.
I think Sean is preparing me for when I have arguments with people over their property taxes. Like, that is not my house, or I sold that house.
It's not mine. Just to be clear, it was gifted. I went to the local convenience store.
Yeah, but you acquire those costs, Sean.
Look,
they are yours.
Look, this is how separate it was. I didn't even buy the game directly. I bought gift cards to be used for the purchase of the game.
This sounds like a mobile home on land you don't own, Sean. This is so in the weeds.
Tell me about it.
Mm-hmm. And even that is really just a roundabout workaround, because Nintendo won't let you just simply gift the game or anything.
Can't gift it for sure. And that's the thing. Like, I just wanted her to have like something, not just, hey, go check out your Switch because it's there. Like, and we printed out a couple little kitty, big city. I kind of like took the artwork from the game and I used Photoshop to make them more like a coloring book, so just like the outlines, and then the kids kind of like colored it in, and it was part of their Mother's Day present. It was very sweet.
I love that.
Each of them kind of taped one of the gift cards to the back, so I thought it was pretty good.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Shut up, Block.
Well, Lockliff, let me ask you this, because Star Athena brings up a point that I made on the show last week. Star Athena, I finish, and I agree with Seth about the climbing aspect, but it's a fun game. That was kind of my thing. Like, I had fun with it, but yeah, like, how do you feel about that? Like, anytime I had to climb or jump up on, I found that so clunky. Like the jumping up on stuff.
It is a little touchy. I feel like I was struggling a little bit with that, because now my stamina has increased by 2, so I could actually reach more areas now. And I don't know how many, I guess, little paws of stamina you're supposed to get, but I only have 2.
You can get like 4 or 5, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm probably like a little under halfway.
Hey, it's Lockliff.
Hey, it's me. Just a white girl with dark hair. The hats are my favorite, and I must have all of them. They have these like gachapon machines that you can buy hats in, and I buy all the hats that I can buy. There's like
I'm sorry, 75. I just realized that I'm gonna cosplay as Lockliff for
you could
for Halloween or something.
It's so easy for you, Sean.
White girl with glasses and dark hair.
Basically,
do the thing where you put like shoes on your knees, do that.
Little.
You got to get a Lockliff necklace.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. Little details. The little details. We got a 3D printer. We could make one.
You could.
Yeah.
Or we could just have the shirt that we're gonna make. We could just print it on the T-shirt.
There you go. Everyone could have one. You get a shirt.
I'm so sorry, interrupted, but
no, but it is a little clunky in regards to like getting it just right. Oh yeah, I have to keep finding this chameleon guy.
I love the chameleon guy.
And he gives you like riddles, like basically a poem of where you can find him, and it's just hilarious. He's got a little top hat.
A chameleon with a top hat.
And he's really like, how could you find me? He said that my eyes are weird because they're in the front of my face and not the side of my head like his. And I was like, okay, cool.
Okay.
Yep. He said he could make, there's little bits in this that just makes me laugh. The chameleon guy said that he could make his words disappear and he just stops talking, but the bubble is there.
That's
no words.
Amazing.
And he said,
it's a funny
Did you see it? And I was like, no. He said, exactly.
It is funny. The writing is good and funny.
Oh, it is so funny. Yeah, invisible at all. Yeah. He was trying to make things rhyme that didn't rhyme. It's a fun game though. But yeah, that part is a little clunky. But it's just I forget about it pretty easily, I guess. I'm easily amused. You can ignore it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cute game. I'm glad you like it. Very good.
I didn't play
it. Cool.
And I never will.
I can't play it on Game Pass. I can play it on Xbox.
You could. Yeah, you could. Well, what has been going on in your world, Sean? You said no Stardew. Anything other than Hellblade?
Just Hellblade. I did both games kind of at the same time.
HE double hockey sticks.
Blade? The HE double hockey sticks. Yeah, you guys ever heard of that one?
Yeah.
Heckblade, HE double hockey. You can't say. And back in the day when I was a kid, like hell was the worst. That's the worst word.
That was a bad word back then.
It was not good in my household. The neighbors said it all the time. Not in our house. Or damn. Damn was also very bad.
Yeah.
Maybe it's still bad. I don't know. Here I am just like spouting off curse words for people.
Dropping F-bombs.
Not me.
Yeah, back in the day, like, so was effing.
You know, it was bad. It was...
It's not me. I'm just sitting here.
Well, so I am tempted to replay Hellblade 2 again and just, weep once again. I'm not ready to let go of that game, but Stardew, I miss Stardew quite a lot. Like, kind of opposite vibes altogether. If there's ever such, like, opposite games, it's like Hellblade and Stardew. One of them is super cozy. One is about psychosis. One is, a couple hours long. The other is forever. It's, opposites. So I don't know. Like, I might have to refer to my list. I don't know if I'm moving on from Stardew, if I should go back to it. I feel in between, Feel like, not sure. So, but yeah, just, reviews take me a stupid long time, even for a short game like Hellblade. Yeah, And so, but the great thing is that we have amazing positive comments coming in response to the hard work.
Right.
So that feels good.
Makes it all worth it.
Totally worthwhile. I do want to shout out real quick. I'm not sure how many people will recognize the name, but a longtime friend, Alex Van Aken, previously of OK Beast, currently at Game Informer, was visiting Edmonton of all places. And we got to meet up for dinner last night. And we talked for 3.5 hours straight. And it was amazing. Wonderful person. And he reminds me of you quite a lot, Seth. I was able to kind of tell him, I'm like, you guys are like the same. Beards, white dudes, you can sing.
I take that as a compliment. Yeah, just me.
Totally.
Yeah. Just a white guy with a beard.
Totally. Great voice. Very kind, very compassionate people. Like, for real, like, just similar souls, I would say. So it was just nice to... So I felt like I was hanging out with you last night a little bit.
Aw.
I'm like, Seth?
You're hanging out with
Roy?
Is that you, Playa?
Is that you, Seth? Like, just like pushing back the beard and
Seth?
the face.
Touching his face. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, we had a nice night. So yeah, this week's been... We recorded a Hellblade review discussion and spoiler cast with Ryan Turford on Tuesday, and then last night I was out for dinner with Alex Van Aken, and Monday I was putting together the last final touches on the review. So it's been a week. I don't think it's been 1 week since I played anything. Basically.
1 week since I played anything. We could make a whole song
I got
like
you
that.
With that one. Yeah, I really got him.
I love that we're all in this silly mood now.
We're just kind of giggly. But I don't know what's next. If people have some, like, what else is on the list here? I don't know. We could get back to something. Maybe a post-show thing, whatever's next.
Still laughing about that.
Yeah, it's been.
Do we need to do a wheel for your next game?
We might need a
Colts of the Wheel.
Yeah, I don't know, you guys.
I
could go back to Celeste. I've been missing the tournament bracket.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much. I've heard it referenced in the Carpool MCU recently. Like, I could go for a little tournament bracket. Starfield is up there too, Yard, and maybe it's just not a Switch time for me right now.
That's okay.
So I'll see you guys on the show in like a month. I'll be back. You guys have fun.
Okay, bye.
Just wait until June. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't. Is there a rumor for a Nintendo Direct, or is it like real?
They've said as much. It's going to happen in June.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then we'll see what happens then. Because I still got this voucher. Is the reason I'm bringing it up. I've got this voucher that is allowed to be used this year. It's probably the biggest cheat code I've got in this whole thing.
Yeah.
Because I got this voucher because I purchased it last year, of course. In case Lachlan needed reminding.
No comment.
Okay. Or I played something on my 3DS. Actually, is kind of what I was hoping to do before we did tonight's show, to be honest with you.
I played some 3DS this week. I'll save that though.
Pin it.
Save it.
But yeah, I did play some 3DS. I've been playing a lot of video games, you guys. I've been playing a lot of short games is what I've been doing. Like a lot of games that I can just complete quickly. I say that one of the games I completed was not quick, but I basically just charged through it last weekend. So first of all, I have played a little bit of that Paper Mario. I played a little bit of that Paper Mario just today. Came out today as we're recording this. And I don't know if there's really much to say about it. We'll probably talk about it more once other people play it. I know Amanda picked it up, so I'm sure Amanda will talk about it here on the show as well. I can't wait to hear what she thinks of it because she's never played it before. But for me, I'm like, yeah, it's that really good GameCube Thousand Year Door game on the Switch. That's what it is. It's really good. It's still really good. Turns out, who's this man? Who's this person? That's me. That's look at AirPod. Oh yeah, this is my stream.
Expecting to see an ad on.
Yeah, it's just a good. Like, it looks really good. It runs great. And yes, the Thousand Year Door. Like, if you've played it, you know it. It's really good. There's a lot of little quality of life things that they've added. Apparently, I haven't seen many of them yet because I'm still pretty early in the game. But yeah, it's just kind of nice to have this game on Switch now, and you don't have to pay like $120 for it and play it on a GameCube. It's just kind of nice to have it. So, yeah.
Oh, look at that character.
That's Bomberto. There's a little there's a little Paper Mario fan dub project that I'm a part of where I voice Bomberto in it. So
that's why I mentioned it, because I knew.
Yeah, give it a little mensch. Yeah, so yeah, it's cute. It's I'm just happy that I have it. I'm happy that it's
You're
out
muted,
on
Sean.
Switch. Oh,
you're still muted.
I know.
There he is.
I was saying I know. I don't think I realized how good looking this game was. I didn't know that it was going to be
amazing.
It goes hard. This looks nice.
Yeah, it does go hard.
I like it.
Yeah, it's great. It's and a lot of people have been kind of just like wanting an old school style Paper Mario game, like one that plays like an RPG. A lot of people have been kind of wanting this again, and I like it. I like all these Paper Mario games. There aren't too many Paper Mario games that I don't like, so I was always gonna play this and enjoy it anyways. So.
Is it long? How long are you going to be playing this game for?
I would say, I haven't played this one in a long time, but if memory serves, it's like 25-ish hours. It's like reasonable. Most of these Mario RPGs are kind of in your 20 to 30 hour range. Okay. So it's reasonable. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I like it. It's good. That's the only like kind of AAA game that I've played. I played a lot of indie games recently, guys. Locklith, I know before we started reminded me that I needed to talk about the Exit 8, which is, yeah, it's a really interesting, it's an interesting game where it's like an observation game where, yeah, you're just thrown in this Japanese like underground subway terminal and it's in a loop. It's like PT. You remember PT when that came out?
Mm-hmm. The PlayStation 4?
Yeah.
Kojima.
You're going through the same thing looping over and over again, but each time you're looking for little differences, anomalies. And it can be really subtle. Like every time you loop, there's this creepy guy that like walks past you. And there's an anomaly where like rather than him just having a normal neutral expression, he's like creepily smiling at you. And if you spot an anomaly,
oh, Locklith, no, I don't like it. Oh, I actually got chills from that. Oh.
Yeah. So you have to pay close attention to everything. Little things will change. There's an anomaly where like the door knob will be in the middle of the door or something like that, And so if you spot an anomaly, you have to turn around and go. But if you think it's okay, you keep going, right? And so your job is to kind of spot everything and move on and make it to the 8th exit and get out of this hell that you found yourself in. Yeah, look at this guy. Yeah. That's
he was
an anomaly.
Walking so fast.
Yeah, that's one of them. He can like rush up on you really quickly.
Oh, heck no.
Yeah, it's not good.
Well, I'm buying it and I will play it at some point.
I'm absolutely not playing that. Not a chance. No. Oh my God, Lachlan.
Lachlan's creepy smile. Yeah,
it's not hard to do. Just my face.
Just my face.
It's like $4 or something on Switch, and like I did like I made a video for All In for it, and I played through it twice in that video, and I found like half of the possible anomalies. There's like 36 I think anomalies, and yeah, some of them are pretty like like small like that, but then there's some where it's like, hey, now like the terminal's just filling with blood, you know, like stuff like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's cool. It's a really interesting horror game. I've never played anything exactly like it. So
It'll have to be a late night lockless stream with drink in hand.
Oh, I can't wait to watch you play it. Yeah.
I saw some of the anomalies because I watched your video, and like at one point my husband was also watching with me, and I was like, look, the eyes look different on that sign, and like you passed it up and you're like, wait, how did I not notice? And I was like, I bet it was the sign, and you walked back, and I was like, I knew it.
You have to notice little things.
Yeah. You were not taking enough care looking at those posters. I'm gonna be like,
well, here's the deal. Because you know that, like, there's a certain tension that it creates. Yeah. Because, like, you don't want to spend that much time in there because, like, you're just on pins and needles the whole time. But also you need to spend time because you need to make sure that everything is how it's supposed to be. So, yeah, it's a very interesting... And it also creates a weird... like, going around that corner and being like, did I get it, you know, or not? Like...
And then one time you went around the corner and there's just two girls standing there. And
yeah,
like,
just
nope.
like two, and like, nope, back out, goodbye. Yeah, this right here, like this moment when you're just turning the corner and you aren't sure if you managed to do it or not, and you just look at the sign to see if it's gone up or if you're back at 0. Like that moment is like a great little piece of like terror that they've built in, you know? And yeah, I don't know. It's a really smart game for how simple it is, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I really like it. It's cool.
I feel like I would like it as well, except now all I can think is Lachlan's scary face is in the game. And I'll be kind of like, I don't know if I'll be disappointed or glad that it isn't.
Yeah. It is an interesting game. It is a cool concept. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
good find.
We played that. And yeah, it's like $4. It's on Switch. If that sounds interesting to you, it's very inexpensive. I played a bunch of stuff, but I want to just shout out a couple things. I want to tell you all about Haunty, which just came out today at the time we're recording this. Haunty is awesome. It is... This is going to be a weird kind of one-sentence pitch for Haunty, but it is
Please say all the games that it reminds you of, please.
Because it's like... Yeah, I mean, like, it has, like, a top-down kind of isometric viewpoint, like a Supergiant game, like a Hades or Transistor or something like that. But it also is a twin-stick shooter, and it also is Super Mario Odyssey. Like, so, like, it's got the kind of, like, capture mechanic of Super Mario Odyssey where you play as this little ghost boy, this little ghost lad, and you're running throughout the game, and you can just possess like just about anything that you see, and it all has different gameplay and little puzzles to solve and stars to collect, just like in Mario Odyssey. But the visuals of this game are gorgeous. Like the way that it looks, the colors, the animation of it, it is just beautiful. It runs perfectly on Switch, and I don't know, I was so impressed. Like I played the first hour of it. I was like, this is just about as good of a first hour as you could possibly hope for. On the video, you see him like possessing all these different things. They all have, it's very Mario Odyssey. Like now I'm playing as this guy and he's got totally different gameplay, you know?
I mean, it's really a Kirby game. I feel like you're being kind to me by not saying Kirby. It's a Mario Odyssey instead.
I think it's because in Mario Odyssey, like often you'll sort of, you know, capture something and you'll kind of use it to just do like a one-off puzzle or something and then get a reward for it. That's kind of what this is. Like you'll be like, hey, like I've possessed this ladybug and I've used it to, you know, jump between these trees, and at the top of one of them is a star. You know, that's so Mario Odyssey.
There's so much happening.
Yeah, and it's interesting because like the main collectible of the game are these stars. You play as this little ghost boy, but you don't know why you're a ghost. Like you don't know what happened to you. Like you know that you're dead, but you don't know like how you died or whatever. So when you collect the stars, you use them to fill in constellations in the sky, which is how you both level up. But when you finish one of the constellations, you also get a little animated vignette of like, this is a little bit of your backstory and like teaching you like kind of what happened to you in your past. It's a neat game, man. It's really cool. People should look at Haunty.
Came out today.
Yeah.
Because I bought
really
it,
great.
Duck Detective, and Pine Hearts, because all three of those came out today. I bought all
this
three.
month for indies has been insane, you guys.
Yeah.
This has been
Indie-sane.
Indie-sane. Yeah, this has been the greatest month for me, I think, ever in terms of independent game releases. It's insane. But I've saved the best for last, at least for me. The game that I finished this weekend, I charged through. It's called 1000 Times Resist. And we got a question from Naga Chaka, who says, what's the best indie game on Nintendo Switch that's been compared to Nier Automata, and why is it 1000 Times Resist? Yes, Yon32, Haunty is on Game Pass as well. So, Sean, I know you love...
I can play it. What are you shaking your head at me for? I wanted to play it. I was thinking like, oh, too bad. I made this deal.
Now you can play it. This game 1000 Times Resist blew me away. I loved it. It's probably my current favorite game of the year.
Whoa.
I loved it. I played through it in 2 sittings. This is like a 15-hour game. I played through it in 2 sittings this weekend.
I thought games were supposed to be at least 500 hours before they were considered game of the year. That's too short.
Before you could call it a masterpiece, right?
Yeah.
So, Sean, I know that you love a good premise. So
I do love a good premise.
This game's got a great premise. So, here's what's happened. This, in fact, I wouldn't even show too much of this trailer. This trailer is maybe getting a little spoilery.
I don't know what's happening.
Okay, well, that's good.
Spoiling it has no idea.
There's no context. I don't know.
Because knowing the context, I'm like, I can't believe they're showing this in the trailer. Anyways, in the sort of world of this game, this is a world that's beset by a pandemic, which, we would know nothing about what that's like. But the pandemic in this game, it's sort of given to the world by these like otherworldly aliens called occupants. These gigantic sort of aliens that come down onto the planet, infect everybody with this sort of condition that makes them cry until their body is dehydrated and they die. They just cry uncontrollably. Yeah. And everybody in the world dies except for one girl. Except for one girl named Iris, and it's Lockleth.
It's Ingrid? Irene again?
No, she's long gone.
This girl Iris, and so what she does is she ends up cloning herself, and she uses like strands of her hair to create a society basically of her clones. And so in the far off future, not only is she immune, but she's also like immortal, and her clones just create this society. They live in this place called the Orchard, and they create these sort of like power structures where a lot of the clones are just kind of your normal like grunt worker. They're called shells. And then you have ones that have jobs. They don't have names in the society because they don't need them. It's just, watcher, fixer, bartender, that's their names. And so you play as this one.
So like
What's
A Bug's Life?
Yeah, it's just like A Bug's Life. Yeah.
What a great pull. Holy
cow.
Great pull.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
This character that you're playing as, Watcher, she has the ability to commune with other people and go into their memories and unpack the events of their life. And so she goes into their kind of minds and memories. You can kind of like the main gameplay of it is you can like go between like the past and the present and stuff in their memories and try to figure out kind of what's going on with them. That's her kind of job. That's her function. And the kind of setup of the game is like after she does that, she realizes that there might be something kind of weird going on with the main character, Iris, the All-Mother, as they call her. They call her the All-Mother, and they like worship her.
Holy crap, dude. This sounds great.
It's crazy. And it
Can't
goes
wait to play it next year.
It goes to the most wild places. The game, like, in terms of like the depth of the story and like the emotions of the story, I haven't played anything that made me feel like this since Xenoblade 3. Like, genuinely.
Okay.
It's like that strong. Yeah.
Next
to
year,
where
Sean.
like
on the list, January 1st.
It hit me so hard. I just loved everything this game did. It runs great on Switch. It looks beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. And it was made by 4 people. 4 people made this game.
Oh, so cool.
And I was just so impressed. A Canadian group too, Sean. A Canadian development team.
Look at us go. Man, this is for me.
Shout outs to
Just
Canada.
every box, man.
I just loved it. I just, I can't say too much more about the story because it would spoil it. But God, I was blown away. I was blown away by it.
They're all Oilers fans, Sean.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, all of them are just rocking the Oilers colors.
I mean,
they love McDonald's drinks.
They also drive cars.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they all play Celeste. It's crazy.
Okay, this is just me, not just even just Canadians. This is me. Did I make this game?
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
yeah, it's
my
the Nier
face hurts
Automata.
tonight.
The Nier Automata comparison is apt. Like the story does kind of feel like, because it's it gets into so many different themes. It's like this kind of the truth that you're willing to accept about the world in order to kind of like get through. Like, are you willing to accept the uncomfortable truths about the world around you?
Oh,
Like when you start to unravel, like you're digging a little too deep, like you're kind of realizing how messed up it actually all is. Wouldn't you rather just turn it off and just live your comfortable life? Or is the pursuit of truth worth uprooting everything that you know? Yeah, it's a hell of a game. It's great.
heck of a game.
Yeah, heck of a game.
H-E double hockey sticks of a game.
Yeah, I absolutely adored it.
So Bug's Life meets The Matrix, and
Bug's Life.
But that should be on the poster. Like it's Cyberpunk A Bug's Life. We'll just go with that. I will say, just as a quick warning, like the game is quite mature. So if you have an opposition to like blood and gore, to very mature themes, maybe stay away. It's not one for the kids. But wow, I loved it. So, yeah.
wow.
Wow.
Oh wow. Good game.
Owen Wilson.
Okay.
Shout out.
Well, do y'all want to answer a few questions?
Sure.
What's the problem?
Sure. Okay. Let's answer a few of these. We're probably not going to get to all of these because we're already running kind of long, and we need to talk about the 3DS finally.
We don't have to. We could pin it.
Just pin it. Just keep going.
Exponentially.
I want to play it.
Yeah. We can play it live. We'll just play it live on the show.
Do it live.
Yeah, just do it live. Okay. Well, let's hit this. I really wanted to hit this question from Yon32 because I really enjoyed it. Yon32 says, Nutella for or against?
Ooh, 4.
4.
Definitely
for me
4.
too. 4.
Delicious. Yeah, with a
What do you
spoon.
think, Lachlan?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yummy. Delish.
Yeah.
What kind of nut? What kind of nut extract are we talking about with Nutella?
Hazelnut.
Hazelnut. That's the one.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. I had a hazelnut flavored coffee today, you guys.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that. I always just get like plain Jane
Delicious.
coffee. That hazelnut flavored, that was a religious experience.
That's how the other half lives. Yeah.
You're like, who doesn't like Nutella?
Yeah.
There are people. There are people out there.
I don't know
apparently.
them. Not
Yeah,
my
Riley
friends.
Pig in the chat. Yeah. Who's against Nutella? Like,
I'm
enjoy
with ya.
yourself.
I'm yeah. Reveal yourselves.
Be judged.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Step
like,
into the
just
light.
let us know. We're just curious.
Yeah,
like,
I
who
just,
out there? Just wondering.
Just mensch in the comments.
Well, and Yon32 points out, like, FYI, Seth, I tried that Biscoff spread. It's life-changing. It's like if somebody said, hey, don't you want a sandwich cookie? That Biscoff cookie butter spread is insane. Like, it is like, I can't believe it exists. It's like one of the best things I've ever tasted.
Can't believe it's not
I can't believe it
Biscoff spread.
exists.
It shouldn't exist. It's crazy. I love it. Like, it's now a fixture in our household.
Kind of amazing how some of these like come to be. You'd think that we were all like topped up on spreads. Like we're probably good, the peanut butter and all the jams, like we're good. You got maybe some marmalade in there if you want to spice things up a little bit, but
I love a good
Nutella's
marmalade.
coming in here like, no, we're not done. We need a hazelnut spread.
Yeah, and like, what if we took like, Biscoff cookies and turned that somehow into a spread?
Melt it.
Like, it's unbelievable. Like, it's unbelievable.
Science, you guys.
Anyways.
Ooh, Nutella in a crepe. Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes. A Nutella crepe is... Whew. We used to keep Nutella in the house, and I do this now with the Biscoff spread. Just put it on like half a sandwich thin and fold it up like a little taco, and it's just a nice little tasty treat.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to tell me, like, just keep it in the drawer next to the bed.
Yeah.
I just picture Seth being like, I need a little treat.
Yeah, a little treat.
I deserve a little treat.
When it's 2:00 in the morning and, I'm a little peckish. Yeah,
I deserve a little treat.
I deserve a little treat.
I was good today.
Yeah, I do. Mm-hmm. Oh, I took 3 walks today. I can afford a Biscoff cookie butter sandwich thin,
Get you a little treat.
Yeah, I'll have that and a Diet Pepsi, and I won't feel bad about it at all. You know what I'm saying?
More.
Like I'll be feeling pretty damn good after that. Yeah. Walkless, I ate an entire frozen pizza today.
No.
Oh goodness.
Oh, God.
And didn't gain a pound.
Yeah, Lachlan's like the opposite of a
Always.
clown car.
Yeah, whatever the opposite of that. She somehow gets smaller.
Exactly.
If I don't eat constantly, I will cease to exist. Basically.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. Presto the Magnificent asks, why is purple the best color?
Ooh.
First of all, do y'all agree? Is purple the best color?
No.
There's something about purple. Purple's pretty good
I do
color.
love purple.
I like Gengar. He's
Gengar's
purple.
good. Mm-hmm. Grimace, also purple.
Waluigi,
Purple. Okay. Didn't need that.
You're unselling me on purple.
Okay, yeah, that's a minus. That's a minus.
You played Waluigi. You did a riveting performance as Waluigi at Extra Life. So how could you hate him? How could you hate him?
Forgot about that. Lanky.
Just
the lanky
whenever you would
dancing.
do the lines.
Talking in cursive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Purple's pretty good. Very
purple.
rich. Very rich. Lavender,
Very royal. Very Roy. Yeah. Pretty good.
It's not the
like
best color.
Not the best color, though?
No.
Lachlan's green. Yeah,
I
Lachlan's favorite color is green.
Actually, my first instinct was to be like, I like the lack of color, or basically every color. I like black. Okay, that is my fave. Is it a color? Is it a hue? Is it a shade? I don't know.
What are colors? That.
I mean, it's just nothing.
This question was a
what
trap.
it is.
Is what I'm learning.
Yes. But I guess green. Very specific greens though. I like olive.
Like a hunter green.
Yes.
Like a
Army green.
A sage.
A sage. Yes.
Yeah.
Evergreen.
A pine.
Pine. Fir.
A Douglas fir.
Yeah, Douglas fir. F-I-R.
Spruce. So stupid.
Ube ice cream.
Get to the pot. Okay.
I cannot believe people listen to this.
I can't either. It's
Why are you here?
ridiculous.
Why are you here?
You. Why are you here?
You. That shit's pointed at me.
We have, according to the layout here, 33 people watching us live right now.
Oh my
It is
gosh.
insane. Y'all could be doing anything else with your Thursday night, but you're here listening
You're
to us
here.
list off trees.
And other things that are green.
I like spruce.
I like lamp. Okay. Quaggy asks, I've been listening to the old post shows and now the pilot episodes of this show. What are your favorite memories of this show? Is it Sean stopping at McDonald's for Pokemon cards, Kato bringing Sean the reality of Game Pass not coming to Switch, existential crisis by discussing space?
Oh.
We need to know.
That is definitely one. Kato and I do that a lot, actually.
You do.
Kato and I were chatting before the show started, but we were recording. And we somehow were talking about, how does anything exist? And we started just spiraling completely. Oh, my gosh.
Classic.
Yeah, look, the fact that I'm not buying games this year is Kato's fault. Because, she started all of this. We're just like, how about we do a podcast about us being on the eShop and we'll just buy games? That sounds like a podcast. And things kind of got a little out of hand pretty dang quickly, I like to, shout out to Kato. she keeps working
Shouts
at it.
to Kato.
That YouTube channel of hers is going to take off.
I think someday it'll take off.
Yeah.
That
Glad she's focusing
kid's
on
going
it.
places.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, it's weird to think like because now you guys are here. I just feel like this is the way it's always been. So every once in a while, it's like, oh yeah, Kato's here. like no disrespect, it's just like it's been a while. I don't know. Like that's awesome. That is so cool. That like we did a show together for like every week. That's so cool. That's awesome.
I remember when I first was on the show for like the first few weeks. Sean was still getting used to the new crew over here, aka Seth and myself, and he would call me Kato. So it's nice to know it's the other way around.
The other way around. Yeah. I don't know who the hell I'm talking to.
I've
most of
earned
the
my
time.
spot now.
Who's this? What does that say? I'm looking at the name.
Is it Alex Van Aken or is it Seth? Is it Lachlan or is it Kato?
Exactly. I can't tell.
It's going senile.
Oh man.
Oh goodness. Yeah.
Going.
For me, I loved it whenever it was always funny. Because before I was a host of the show, I would guest on the show from time to time, and I would typically like fill in for Kato. It would usually be like quite last minute. Like Sean would hit me up like, "Hey, do you want to come on the Nintendo Drive this week? And do you want to come
6
on
minutes.
in like 3 hours?"
Sean's like, who else doesn't have a life that could be on?
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. But
He's just sitting there twiddling his thumbs. Oh, Seth.
There was like a few times just like, yeah, like I'm like grocery shopping or whatever, but yeah, as soon as I get home, let's do it. And it's always fun. Like I love podcasting with Sean.
Just drops the bananas, leaves the store.
In the middle of the store.
Throws the shopping cart down the aisle.
Sean
But
needs me.
The reason I bring it up though is because I remember I came on when Xenoblade 3 came out. Actually,
Yep.
I came on and we were chatting about it, and it just so happened the timing where Kato was like very sick for like 2 weeks or something, and so we got to really kind of sit in the pocket and talk about Xenoblade 3. And I remember the first thing she said when she came back to the show was like, Sean had mentioned like, well, it was just as well that you were out because Xenoblade 3, and she's like, oh yeah, bleh. She was like, I'm glad I missed that. That was really fun.
That's the thing with Kato and Lachlan, like both of you, you're very unassuming, but you got like you come out with some heavy hitting. Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, but what did we call it? The spicy tomato, the spicy potato.
Yeah.
Spicy saucy was it? I don't remember, something like that. Yon 32, I think, named her. Is in the chat.
Oh yeah, Yon 32 mentions in terms of post show memories, the shower oranges are pretty good.
Shower orange is a moment. Yeah, it's pretty epic.
That was a moment.
I'd have to look back. What else was going on in my life at about that time? Like I couldn't have been in a good place.
The shower orange.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go
what led me
have
to
a
this
shower.
decision?
Like, what else was going wrong in my life?
What was I going through
at the time? Yeah, I might have been going through something at the time, but
And the orange was molded on the inside.
Oh, it was so gross. Oh man, why? Like, because it's supposed to taste better. Is that why I was doing it? Like, you guys tell me that
Because it's messy or something. I don't know. I didn't tell you.
Oh,
It was Seth.
right. Yes, yeah, like
Yeah.
because you instantly clean. Yeah, because oranges are like they're sticky and juicy and everything.
You washed away the sins.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. It's great. Yeah, it is great. I hope you still do it someday. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Proper.
You deserve it.
I mean, we've added Amanda since then as well. But there's every once in a while we get a show like tonight where Lachlan just has to put up with Seth and I. Like, I don't think Lachlan would still be here if we didn't add Amanda. Like, that was I
was on the verge of chaos and turmoil. I was probably one of the bugs in the Bugs Life game that Seth was talking about,
Yeah, she was one of those. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the post show's a weird one for me. I have a really hard time remembering what happens on the post show at all. Like
conversational void.
Because it really is. Because like Quaggy, it was kind of nice when Quaggy would come into the Discord and he would talk about the old post shows. I'm like, dude, I have no memory at all of what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. So
I feel like we've been pretty tame lately. We might have to ramp it up on these post shows.
Post shows should be a
Say
little
less.
wilder. Yeah, you just wait. You just wait, buddy.
Okay, all right, that's all, everybody. Thank you for listening. We're gonna get on into the
Got a tier
The other
list
side
to
of
go
this whole
make.
thing. Oh my
Let's
gosh.
see. Maybe we have time for one or two more of these. I'm keeping an eye on time here. CrocoKyle says, "Happy Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door," but he said TTYDAY, like TTYDA. You know, the Thousand Year Door Day, I think, is what he's going for there. What do you think are going to be some of the games that kids these days look back fondly on when they're our age? Like how we reminisce about things like Pokemon Red and Blue, Ocarina of Time, etc. Hope y'all have a restful Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, you know, it was funny. It occurred to me when my brother was little, like the games that he's nostalgic for are like Skyrim, you know, and stuff like that. Like that's his, the way I think of Mario 3, he thinks of Skyrim.
Yeah.
You know, and that's crazy to me, you know?
Mario Kart
Yeah.
is going to be one of them. But seriously, like shout out to Animal Crossing, man. A lot of people of all ages found gaming, I think, through Animal Crossing. And I think my kids for sure. New Leaf or New Horizons.
I will be also looking back fondly.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's like there'll be, oh, remember when, New Leaf, when that was everything? Yeah, that's absolutely, because it was such a big moment. Definitely. I think it is interesting that like some people will grow up as like Mario Odyssey will be like their first.
That's their nostalgia.
That's their Mario game. Yeah, I think and I think we're kind of getting there right now. Like with, you know, I am way on the outside when it comes to my opinion about GameCube. You know, like I'm completely outnumbered. GameCube is a very popular nostalgia point right now, and I was there. And not many people like GameCube. There wasn't that many that were sold. Yeah. There was not that many. I'm not saying nobody, because I've just said everybody is against me on this.
No,
one.
you're right.
Sean was just like, I was there.
I was there.
We're
all like,
I was
PlayStation is much cooler.
20 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was in my second half of my life.
Yeah. It is funny that you say that, Sean, because I was thinking about this on stream today. Like when I was playing Paper Mario and I booted it up and the music kicked in, like I did have that twinge of nostalgia. It doesn't feel like it was that long ago, but damn, it was 20 years ago.
You know, I don't like it.
And that was a crazy realization to me. Like, oh right, it has been 20 years since this game came out. And I mean, yeah, I was, you know, I too was sort of 20 years ago. I was kind of coming into like a year after that game came out. I probably started working at GameStop, you know, and got my first like big boy job, you know, and yeah, I don't know, man.
Some of us were paying taxes during the GameCube era. Okay.
Yeah. Despite
I got bills, I got rent.
Yeah, I got bronchitis.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, so it's interesting to think about. Yeah, I guess Fortnite is probably what a lot of kids in the chat says. Yeah, probably what a lot of kids these days will look back on fondly. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the cool thing about that is, like, when I think about back in the day, it was playing games with friends, whether it was a single player or not, like whether you're passing controller back and forth, or, you know, tournaments with Street Fighter 2 and Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. You know, people can turn their noses up at Minecraft or Fortnite or anything like that, but like people are playing that with friends, and that's the thing that like really locks it down into the nostalgic memories kind of thing. Is you remember who was around, and just that's what makes it a fond memory, I think, anyway.
Yeah, and I think too, you know, like I played Super Mario Brothers Wonder and enjoyed it, but I kind of like came away saying like, yeah, but like it's kind of washed over me. It doesn't have a lot of what I was looking for out of it. However, like that is my nephew's Mario. Like that's their first 2D Mario. And I feel like when they think of Mario, they think of that Mario, you know, that is what Mario is to them. And I don't know, like and it was interesting to review that game because I needed to think of it from that perspective. Like from the perspective of like, if you're being introduced to Mario in this way, you probably think it's amazing, you know, like if I were a kid playing Mario Wonder, it would have blown my mind. Are you kidding me?
But what if later that kid does go back around to playing like Mario 3 and Mario World, and then they get really mad at their parents for not like introducing them to that first, and then there's like this whole wedge of distrust, you know, put between them, and then their relationship just dwindles from there spiral. Because Mom, why would you not put Mario 3 on for me instead?
Or like when I show my nephews Mario 3, they're like, this is an old game. Like why are we playing this? This is an old
really?
game. You know, yeah, like they're not that into it.
Kind of a snob.
You know? Yeah, a little bit. They're a little like snobbish. They turn up their nose at it.
What the hell?
Yeah, your nephews kind of suck. They'll watch me play it or whatever, but they're definitely like, oh, like you're old.
Oh,
you know?
Well, that's mean.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah, they're mean to me sometimes, but it's okay because I stomp them in Mario Kart like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
I'm ruthless, dude.
Definitely.
They'll be in like 12th. I'm lapping them in Mario Kart. I mean,
yeah, I do the same thing, and chess too. Play chess against Lincoln.
Mercy.
He's not beating me. Come on, man.
Yeah, no.
Maybe one day,
mercy.
but not today.
One day, and then the victory will be worth it.
It will be earned if he doesn't quit before then.
Right. If you haven't stamped all the spirit out of his little body before then. Yeah.
Well, then he'll be a quitter.
So, yeah. And no son of mine is a quitter.
Have that. We absolutely will not have that.
I'm just here. I feel like I'm just watching the podcast.
There was a time when Locklith would not have tolerated what just happened. So progress, maybe.
Small victories. I have growth somewhere. My patience has been less thin, you know. Y'all are preparing me for if I ever have kids, which is not a
we're that
we're basically
we
your
are.
children.
Y'all are testing my limits for sure.
Yeah. Adam
David
have us
for 90 minutes. Wait, what?
Shout out to Adam David, who has been slowly but surely, one line at a time, been putting the lyrics to Bare Naked Ladies 1 week in the chat.
I'm glad you said that because I was very confused by this last comment.
I've been noticing it, and I just want you to know, Adam David, that I appreciate it.
Oh, that is amazing.
And I have to go back.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I thought he was going through something. I was
the thing is, we talk about such random stuff here that like somehow that kind of fits, you know,
Right.
like I guess sure. That makes sense.
I appreciate it. It has made me smile every time I've seen it come up.
Star's like, why? Star is me right now.
Well, we certainly ran out of time for our topic tonight, so we'll see y'all next week.
No, we should get to it though, because we've been going long. We have a few more questions, but we it's okay. We hit most of the questions, I think.
It's been for
because
Adam.
it's been. Y'all, do y'all wanna talk about the 3DS? Do you want to talk some 3DS finally?
Are we doing this?
Are we finally doing it? We've been talking about doing this for forever, and
part one.
We've all I'm sure we could do many part episodes. We each have our 3DSs with us.
Have I introduced you all to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, aka Paper Mario Sticker Star?
Don't do that.
Paper Mario Sticker Star.
The game that is not out today, but has been out.
I love that you like that game because a lot of people hate that game.
I love it.
I like it
fan.
too. Mm-hmm.
Stickers, wholesome.
Yep.
Me.
Yeah.
Never use them in real life. Can use them in this game though.
Locklith kind of looks like Mario without the mustache, I think.
Basically me.
It's basically
white guy with dark hair.
Give her a hat and a mustache.
Give her a hat and a mustache, and it's me.
Woo.
Yeah. It's the 3DS is a special, and by the way, we're not doing this for any particular reason. It's not like an anniversary or anything like that. We just love the 3DS.
I just love it.
And just love it, and I just want to celebrate this damn. What a cool device this was, man.
Yeah.
Like, we were so spoiled. Like, do y'all ever stop and think sometimes that you had glasses-free 3D on this thing?
All the time. Mm-hmm.
Like, how does that even work? That's amazing. That's a miracle.
Yeah.
Like,
cross-eyed Locklith.
Yeah, it's great.
You have a whole generation of kids who grew up with a 3DS turned on full 3D.
I look back at Paper Mario Sticker Star, and it's my favorite game of all time.
Oh my god, cross-eyed Locklith. Nah.
You know what else is great? Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, which is eventually coming to Switch, but will not be the same as 3DS.
Yeah.
I love the physicals right there, too. You're all ready to go.
Listen.
Oh, Fee's in the chat shouting out Ace Attorney, Trauma Center, and Pokemon. Yes. Great stuff.
I need to make a list. I've modded my 3DS, by the way. One of them. I've modded it.
I
and I could...
used to have one.
Oh.
Oh, you used to have a modded one? A spicy one?
I used to have a spicy one, and then it
Doing
broke.
crimes.
Yeah.
Such a satisfying little click it opens.
I love the click. Yeah, I love the little.
Feels nice.
That when you close it, it feels good. You know. And like just, I miss having a dedicated handheld, like having a thing. This used to come with me everywhere, you guys. This was always in my pocket. Kirby's Epic Yarn. Yes.
Rocking that Kirby.
Like the screen actually holds up. I feel like it
Rusty's
looks
Real
really
Deal
nice.
Baseball.
What is it?
Rusty's Real Deal Baseball, dude. One of my favorite 3DS games. You know?
What was the first one? What was the first 3DS game you played?
Oh gosh, probably something dumb. The 3DS launch, for those who don't remember, it was rough.
Yep, they apologized.
The launch of the 3DS was rough, and they had to apologize for it. Yeah, I think it was probably like Steel Diver or something.
Yeah, probably was. Yeah, if you were there day one, you didn't have a lot of choice.
Yeah, there's like Street Fighter 4 3D edition. You know, did you play
I didn't know that? No, I didn't even know that was on there.
Oh yeah, Sean. Not only can you play Street Fighter 4 on 3DS, there's a first person mode in it.
Why? Of all the systems to put it on, you didn't need that in Street Fighter, and B, why the 3DS is where you do it?
So you can play it in 3D and like Hadouken in first person, and you like see Ryu's hands like come out and everything. It's wild.
Sounds pretty good to me. Nice.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how there was 3 different Animal Crossing games for the 3DS.
You got DS. You got the DS. Was that Wild World on DS?
Yes, Wild World.
Yeah.
We've got Happy Home Designer. And we got the New Leaf. The New Leaf was actually the reason I have a 2DS. Yeah,
Animal Crossing: The New Leaf.
Yeah, the all capital.
Yeah. Yeah. What was y'all's first 3DS game that you think you played? Were you at launch? Were you there at launch with the rest of us fighting for scraps?
No.
I definitely wasn't. At the time, what year? I'm trying to remember what year it would have been.
2011?
That would have been close to when Chelsea and I met. I think it might have been 2011, 2010, 2011, something like that. And so the reason I bring her up is because she was working at Nintendo at the time. She was like one of those people who'd go to the Best Buys and
the reps.
demo. Yeah. So she would get a ton of stuff from Nintendo, actually. And then, when I met her, she had her DS or 3DS. And so she got me my first 3DS for Christmas one year. And the game that came along with it was Mario Kart 7. So that was my first one, and I just went to I just did the classic.
What a great game!
I'm gonna play
Lockwood just has it.
Oh, she's got it right there. I'm gonna play every track. I'm gonna go 50, 100, 150 cc. I haven't gone through a Mario Kart like that in so long. And I was a grown person. We were all hanging out at my parents' house for Christmas that year, and I just went up to my old bedroom, even with my new girlfriend or whatever. I think we're just dating at the time.
Gotta leave.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, just go sit in my bed, play some Mario Kart. Develop the pain in your hands, like especially the smaller original 3DS. I didn't have the XL at the time, just a black kind of original one. And yeah, it was all about Mario Kart, and I loved it because obviously I adore Mario Kart, but it especially reminded me of spending a lot of time with Super Circuit on GBA, and felt very similar because it was a flip open kind of clamshell design, so just a lot of continuity there. Great game, great first game, and came from someone who's pretty nice to me. So yeah, shout out to Chelsea. This is all like a lot of the reason I'm here is because of her.
Yeah.
I would not have bought a 3DS on my own. That is for sure. So the fact that she knew I would like it, pretty nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had a friend that I worked with at GameStop who bought a 3DS on launch day because they had announced they're doing Mega Man Legends 3 for 3DS. Ooh. And he bought it on launch day. He was so excited. And he was like, I'm getting a 3DS because Mega Man Legends 3 is coming. And then they canceled it.
Oh, dang. To be there on launch day too. Like,
yeah.
Well, you got that rare ambassador collection.
Yeah. Yeah. Got the ambassador games, going. That was kind of neat. So yeah. What was your first 3DS game, Lockliff? Do you remember?
My first one, it's either gonna be the Pokemon Alpha Sapphire game.
Oh, yeah.
But I think I bought it initially to play this, and that's the only reason I got, this wasn't, I didn't have a 3DS, like an actual 3DS until like last year, but I got a 2DS, but I bought the Alpha Sapphire game or whatever.
Like a 2DS or a 2DS XL? Like, was it a clamshell or the doorstop?
It was just
the slice of cake.
Slice of cake, yes.
Yeah. And
Did you just put up your hand to show me the shape of the 2DS? Just like that.
There's no closing this way.
Yeah, that's true.
I got Alpha Sapphire. Like, I picked out specifically the ones that I had early. New Leaf was not long after that, and then I got addicted to Happy Home Designer, and then got into a few others like the Sticker Stars of the world, the A Link Between Worlds Zelda game, Tomodachi Life.
Yes.
Scribblenauts Unmasked.
Yes. That's
Scribblenauts on a
one.
DS, on any DS. That's how you play.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I liked that it had Batman in it. I was like, that's my game.
Oh, look at that. Look at how pretty that is. Yeah.
I love this. I was wondering how long it would take us to get to A Link Between Worlds. This has got to come
Zelda
to Switch,
edition.
you guys. Oh,
yeah.
This is a gorgeous 3D. This is not for sale. I will never get rid of this one. The design on this, just the simple Triforce, light on the top and dark on the bottom.
But it's the high rule and low rule version.
Yes.
Like the back of it's black, and yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, look at
I've got
that.
it protected in this like cheap little plastic case. I'm taking care of this one. And inside, Mario Kart 7, right there.
Hell yeah.
Ready to go.
Let's go. Yeah. A Link Between Worlds, yeah, that really does need to come to Switch. People should not. There shouldn't be a world where people have not played that game.
Agreed.
That game is fantastic.
At least it is in my head. Like maybe I played again. It's like, it's okay. But
That
in my
was
head, it's very special.
That was what I have not completed, but I started up a new file this past week just to kind of, I was like, I want to play
really?
some 3DS. So I started up a new file, and I was just kind of just running around in there, and it's still awesome.
And it's
like,
good.
It's,
oh, dang.
It's still great. Like, and you forget how like smooth it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, just bring this to Switch with the updated visuals and like retain that quick, like fluid gameplay that A Link Between Worlds has. It is just, what a special game that is. Yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I have a good memory with my wife. Where when New Leaf came out, New Leaf was the game that really got me into Animal Crossing. I was familiar with Animal Crossing and I had dabbled, but New Leaf was the one that really kind of hooked me. And my wife and I played, hundreds of hours of New Leaf together. Hundreds of hours. So, yeah, it was a thing, man. Shoutouts to New Leaf. Good game.
Chelsea was all over Animal Crossing. She'd played it before. I don't think I'd ever really heard of it. I'd seen maybe Harvest Moon, and I remember my old friend Chance. Shout out to Chance. If Chance is ever listening,
Chance
is the best. I'm pretty sure I saw Animal Crossing back in the day with him, but I never really connected. And so when it was coming to 3DS again, Chelsea was really tapped into Nintendo back then, and she knew that she had to pre-order that game or it was going to sell out. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't have to pre-order anything. And she was absolutely right. And she ended up getting that the 3DS, the Animal Crossing 3DS. I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, the white one.
Box. Yeah, it's a gorgeous.
It's
design.
white and it has like the little symbols on it.
What the hell did I do? Did I sell that by accident? It's gone.
Did I sell Chelsea's 3DS by accident?
Yeah, I don't know what I did with it. I must have packed the box away somewhere. But anyway, it's a great design. I feel like it's one of the more rare ones as well. I think it's one of the more valuable.
That's
designs.
probably true.
Just that pattern on it is gorgeous. And what a perfect system, again, for Animal Crossing, just to take it with you. And I was lost in that game. People like to think I hate on Animal Crossing. I have my reasons for, not liking it on Switch especially. But as far as like a 3DS game goes, I was down for it, man. I played that game a lot. I just didn't get into designing. I didn't realize how deep I wanted that game to go. I just wanted to collect fruit and plant stuff and go fishing. I had simple needs when it came to New Leaf, so I was pretty happy over there. Didn't know there was more to it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I know, Lachlan, you talked about how Happy Home Designer was what really kind of like got you into the whole like actually designing aspect.
I was addicted to Happy Home Designer. Like I played New Leaf some and I liked it, but HHD, you know.
That HHD. Yeah.
Why did that sound weird?
Well, they call Happy Home Paradise on Switch
HHP.
HHP, so I called that one HHD.
Yeah. Hard drive, you know? Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Shout outs to Mario Golf on the 3DS.
One of my top 5.
Yeah.
It's got to be. I mean, we could do a list, but off the top of my head, like that's got to be up there. Definitely.
I think
tons of hours into that game.
The online of that was excellent. It was like
asynchronous.
excellent.
Set up your tournaments, go put in your round whenever you get a chance. That's how it's supposed to be done. That was incredible.
Why couldn't you just do that on Switch? Why couldn't we
Switch?
just do that? You know? Like you already figured it out. Like we already solved this. It's a solved problem.
Man. Well, they can't make us too happy.
Yeah, it's true. Got to keep you right there at the cross section of happy and pissed off.
I'm so glad you brought up that we could bring it back. We could bring back World Tour.
We could. Well, the online's dead now, though, right?
Oh no, we literally can't.
You
Really?
can't.
Oh damn. Oh.
It went away last March. I
hate that. That sucks.
Back in Smarch.
I'll just play it by myself.
Yeah, well, I think there's workarounds. I think people have created I think there's some janky stuff you can do where you can there's people who have their own servers that you can somehow connect to.
Rybo, we're setting up a server.
Yeah. Wrangle it up, Rybo.
Yep.
We'll make it happen.
We'll fire it up. Yeah, whatever motherboards you need, or I don't even know what it takes to create a server, but we'll get some motherboards around. We'll tape them up. We'll plug them into the wall, and then it'll work.
Well, and you know what was great about the 3DS too is the 3DS also had a sort of indie scene to it too. Like stuff like Attack of the Friday Monsters you can only get on this thing. You know, Harmo Knight, Pocket Card Jockey, the Pushmo games. Oh, so good.
Pushmo, Attack of the Friday. I have those two downloaded before the eShop closed or whatever it's called.
Before it got nuked.
Store. Yeah. Those are actually on my 3DS that I have, all my digital ones that I got at the tail end. I pulled a Sean Capri and just bought a bunch of games.
Oh, yeah. I think everybody did. Yeah. Everybody did. And
have a deadline?
Well, in the 3DS days, it wasn't about bumping up your game count. I was collecting all the 3DSs, man. That's when I think about the 3DS era, of course, the games, but there was another console to buy every other week, and they were great. Yeah. The designs on these things were incredible. And you can call it whatever you want. Maybe it's Nintendo just, milking us for everything that we're worth. But I was there for it, man. I was absolutely there for it. Yes, Lachlan from the press pool.
Yes, question for you, Sean Capri. The Sean Capri, as some may say.
That's me.
So you collected 3 DSs.
Yes.
But me having several Switches is a problem.
I feel like we went over this with Amanda. Look, it was a collector's choice, not the game forcing me to...
Mine are collectors, too. I have a teal one. I've got the Animal Crossing edition one, and I've got the OLED.
That's fine. I'm not knocking collecting consoles. I just feel like you did it because the game being Animal Crossing, not allowing you to have multiple saves. That's
tomato, Sean.
No, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But all consoles, honestly, PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, all of them. I want more collectible stuff. I don't know why I don't understand why that stopped. And especially when Nintendo would, really puff out its chest about how many units it was pushing out. A lot of that was because so many of us had so many 3DSs, or at least one. Not all of us had just a growing collection. But between that and the multiple iterations, I mean, this went for the DS as well. But you went from 3DS to 3DS XL, and then you got the new, and then the new XL. You had all these different versions, and then 2DS, of course, this family of consoles. So there's always something on a hardware front for them to talk about, and I think that's really interesting. I mean, you could maybe make the case that Switch is somewhere there, but it's not really close. Some people are like, well, actually, there's the Switch Lite and there's the OLED
Switch Lite
version.
and the OLED.
Like, not really what I mean. It just seemed like every 6 months there was like a new iteration to buy. And I don't know. Maybe people got sick of it, but I thought that was interesting at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it made perfect sense because it sort of follows that like iPhone kind of structure,
right?
You know?
Yeah,
like people have, people are already kind of used to that, and it gives people more options. Like I got a 2DS because I liked the form. I was surprised at how much I liked the form factor of it, and it was kind of nice to just have this little slice of cake thing, and it was cheap. I remember getting one.
Very cheap.
They released. What was it, $99.99 or something like that, US?
Yep.
And or maybe it was $89. I mean, it was very inexpensive. I got one for, speaking of childhood memories, my nephew for like his 7th or 8th birthday. My nephew Sean, who is now like a teenager and taller than me. Another Sean. I got him the Ocarina of Time bundle 2DS where it was like a green 2DS that came with Ocarina of Time pre-installed on it. And that was his first Zelda game. And I got it for him for his birthday, and I remember him opening it and just like showing him the ropes on Ocarina of Time on 3DS. And it's a precious memory, man.
Precious moment. Mm-hmm.
Precious moment. Yeah, showing him Ocarina of Time 3D. And I love that like Ocarina of Time 3D felt like the first okay, finally we're here, we're in it, because 3DS came out in March of like 2011 or whatever, and I think Ocarina of Time 3D was June, and so there was a few months there where we were like in the wilderness, and I remember when that came out, I was like, okay, finally some good food.
Yeah.
Well,
not only that, but you had the only other game that's coming to mind, I feel like, you had a run of 64 games coming to this thing, which is kind of perfect as well for the age group that we kind of find ourselves in. It's like, let's revisit Star Fox 64. Majora's Mask came with the new 3DS, of course. Yep. I'm trying to remember if there was anything else from the 64 that came on over. It was tough to do because it was 3D, but like definitely like Zelda and Star Fox come to mind. And then like Virtual Console was like popping off.
Yeah. A lot of people now are wanting like the old Pokemon games on Switch. They were on 3DS.
Yeah,
like I've got them on my 3DS.
Oh, Super Mario, of course.
DS.
Yeah, what other 64 game? I don't know why, but that doesn't. I'm not surprised that didn't jump to mind. The Super Mario 64 game on. Was that on DS? That's
regular DS.
That was on DS. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But even then, like that was a weird. It was a little.
That was a very weird port too. That felt like a weird, like an official Nintendo ROM hack of Mario 64.
Totally. It's exactly how that feels.
Yeah. It's like, hey, you can play as Wario in this one, and you can like punch people and.
Like don't you start out as Yoshi in this game? Like
you do. Yeah.
I'm like, where do I find Mario? This sucks.
It was weird.
Like I like Yoshi, but I love Mario 64.
Yeah, man. It was Star Fox 64 3D. Was that a launch title?
It was early. If it wasn't a launch title,
early.
I wasn't there at launch, so I can't recall. But I have that game, and it looks great. And it's very simple. Like as it turns out, Star Fox is a simple game. I don't know if that like offends anybody to hear that, but it's like it's an on rails,
it's arcade
blasty game. Totally.
Yeah,
and you can beat it in 45 minutes.
Totally.
Tops. Yeah. With a couple branching paths. So I just feel like that actually really works on the 3DS, Just a little bit of a smaller experience. Thought that felt really good. Yeah. Nice.
Dude, and like I miss StreetPass so much. Like I love StreetPass. That's still the StreetPass, that's our post-show theme song is the StreetPass music.
Yeah, always have an ode to that.
Yeah, I love the StreetPass so much. Like, because this thing, I mean, like it really was like my constant companion. I loved bringing this to conventions.
Oh, big time.
The light was just always green. Like
what a great dopamine rush you'd get from the green blinking light. Like, oh yeah, how many is it gonna be? Oh, 10. Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm maxed out. 10 people have visited. Yes. Oh, I loved it.
By the time they released additional games for StreetPass that you could buy. I was
so excited.
And so, like, every time you got a new StreetPass tag.
Get them through all of them.
There's, like, there's a solid 2 hours right there, just like
totally
going through it all.
I mean, maybe that's why they don't have StreetPass anymore, is because like that was all free until you bought the other games, of course.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, it just distracts you from playing the other games, I guess. I don't know. I loved it, man. I would take it on the bus.
Yes.
Everywhere I went. Yeah, definitely. I took it to New York City. We went to Nintendo World around the time that X and Y was releasing. And the lineup was like around, like it would corkscrew around the New York City blocks. And yeah, just endless StreetPass. It was so great. Because it created like this sense of connection. And I don't know, there was always something, because even though a lot of people had a 3DS, it was one of the top selling consoles ever, it still felt like, you know, I didn't know too many people in my real life who had them. So seeing somebody else that you like, you just pass by somebody who has similar kind of interest to you, I thought that was interesting. And then also it was like one of the best ways to learn about what everybody's playing and learn about new games and stuff. That was one of the things for people who don't know. Like StreetPass was this way of you pass by another 3DS and the two signals would kind of like speak to each other. And that person's me would show up at your town or whatever. And they would just kind of say like hi, and you customize your greeting. They have like some weird hat or something, or and they would tell you like, I like the color purple, and I've been playing this game. And a lot of times it was either reaffirming because like, oh, I'm playing that too, like that is so cool. You got a sense of like what was popular at the time, or man, I've never heard of this whatever Ace Attorney game or Phoenix Wright, or you got to learn about new games very organically. I felt. Like the StreetPass was the real deal, man. Like
it's awesome.
Pretty deep. Yeah.
I'm loading up my StreetPass right now because I want to see what hat I forgot about the hats.
Yeah, I had like a Bowser hat for the longest time. Every once in a while, like they would send like people from Nintendo would show up. Like sometimes Reggie would show up and deliver. Yeah. Yeah, it was so strange. Yeah, they would like deliver messages, and now it's just on, you know, Twitter. This is Miyamoto, and here's my tweet. But I loved StreetPass. It was great. Adam David in the chat. Adam David in the chat with a weird lyric from the Bare Naked Lady song. He says, "Yes, StreetPass was the goat."
That's right there in the middle, like when they're singing about like chick of the China, the Chinese chicken or whatever. They sneak that in there. Great. They sneak that little line in there. Yeah, the green light's ticking. Yes. Shoutouts to StreetPass, dude. Yeah, this is so cool.
Pokemon XY with no lights on. Or Dalamates on.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Good
what
system.
Else?
Lockless done. Lockless like I'm
Pat in the chat says, am I the only one that like Triforce Heroes? I never actually got around to that one.
It's really fun. It's I
played
that with my wife and my cousin. We all played that together, and it was my wife and I were sitting right next to each other. My cousin was in Chicago. We were on a Skype call, and which I know you know
I
well.
love me some Skype.
Love a Skype call.
Spend a lot of time on Skype.
Yeah, and yeah, we played through that game together. It was great. Yeah, loved it.
I don't know if it was a rekindling or a original kindling of RPG games.
Okay.
I pause on the games because it's RPG games, role-playing games, the redundancy. Yeah. But Fire Emblem, like I discovered Fire Emblem at this stage of my life, at this stage of consoles with Birthright, one of my favorite games of all time. Played Bravely Default.
Of all time? I don't
Birthright?
think I knew that.
Yeah, Fire Emblem Birthright. Yeah, no, of all time. Like that is...
Wow.
That game, I love that game. And again, I haven't played it in forever. This is the memory of it that I'm really speaking to. I don't know if it holds up. I don't know if I played it again, if I would be saying these things. But
who cares?
I think it was the discovery of it that made it really special. Because there's a lot. I talk about this with Fallout 3. I just didn't think those games were for me. I didn't think that I would be able to play like a tactics game. Final Fantasy Tactics always was, you know, that was neighbor Matt. That was always somebody else in my life who was able to understand that and play through it. And like the discovery of that alongside like the game type itself, but also like just the anime-ness of it all.
Yeah,
you know, like these stories, and it's just ridiculous, and the totally, and yeah, the cutscenes that you would sort of earn as you'd kind of progress through the game. That was all new to me at that time. So it was very, very new and novel, very exciting, a lot of discovery, and all in the palm of my hands with this device that I just adored. Like it was just checking off all the boxes. Bobby and I were podcasting, I think, at the time as well. So I kind of got to do all that. This isn't all that long ago, really.
No. I mean, we're talking.
I mean, it was, but it wasn't.
Ago?
Yeah, Switch has been 7 years. So I'm trying to remember when. When was that? Because I remember singing the song to Bobby. That's how I know. We would start if we were at Nintendo, and there's a song some sweet voiced lady is singing, right? And I would do that to Bobby. Yeah. The ocean's great, and it would bug him, and I would do it horribly, but it was a good time. There's great clips of that. So yeah, shout out to that. Bravely default, bravely second. Good times.
Default.
Bravely default. Yeah. Yes. Decals. Whatever.
Great stuff. I don't want. Locklith mentioned Tamagotchi Life. I don't want to gloss over that. That is a hell of a game. Did you ever play
Best game ever.
Tamagotchi?
No, Tamagotchi.
No.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. No.
Oh. Now I can't get it straight. I feel like I said the wrong one last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever it was.
It is
Tamagotchi?
You said Tamagotchi when you meant Tamagotchi. I think.
Damn it! That's what I'm saying. Like, there's both of them exist.
They're different.
The way I remember it. So Tamagotchi means like egg in Japanese is tamago, and so that's what it's because it's a little egg. Tamagotchi.
Yeah, you little hatch little guy. Yeah.
So that's how I remember it. So the Tamagotchi is the egg thing, and Tamagotchi is the game.
Egg.
Yeah.
Clear as day. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Clear as day. Yeah. What a great game.
Tamagotchi. Okay.
Like, I love that sort of. If anybody's ever played, what's that game that they put on Switch? The RPG with the Miis. What is that called?
Oh,
Miitopia.
Miitopia.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a 3DS game, and that was kind of in that same vein of like, you would put all of your friends' Miis in the game, have them live in this weird apartment together, and they would like do like the crazy little things that could happen in Tamagotchi Life was so good. Yeah. Doing like concerts together.
You'd have to figure out what your character's favorite food was, the other people in your apartment building, what their favorite food was, and you could have a child and name the child, and it looks like a combo of you and someone else, and
there'd be drama. There would be drama.
Yeah.
Like,
you're like, why is he in her room? Like, are they having are they together? And then they ask you about, what do you think about so and so, and you can like say yay or nay, and then you kind of
you're like
nudge
the little
them in the right
god
direction.
of your island.
I know, right? That's
you
probably
know,
why I liked it so much.
You just lorded over the
control.
whole thing.
Of course,
Yeah.
Ivory Tower. Yeah.
It's
Do
an
you remember what you
Tower
named
game.
Do you remember what you named your island, Locklith, in Tamagotchi Life?
I don't remember. I think we've talked about this. I don't have it.
Mine
around
was
me.
Mine was Pizza Time Island. I remember that. So I had a bunch of I had like 30 people on Pizza Time Island, all just having a ball, just having a great time.
I
Hell
can't
of a
remember.
game. Yeah, it's really good. I would be remiss if I didn't shout out Kid Icarus Uprising, my favorite. Everybody knows that at this point. I won't beat the dead horse too much, but that's another one. I'm like, man, that's the two. I want I want Kid Icarus and I want A Link Between Worlds on the Switch. Those are the two 3DS games that I'm like, these must come to Switch. Yeah.
Well, in some way, we will get this on Switch come October. Fantasy Life. The next
Whoa.
one.
That's true.
You got the real copy there. Nice.
I do.
You got the
I bought
physical right
this
there.
at the end of last year. Kind of like a Christmas gift for myself type of thing. Because, the hype for Fantasy Life the girl who steals or stole time. I don't know if she steals it or if she already stole it.
She already did.
She steals it or she stole it.
Both.
It's gone.
She stole it.
She's a thief, nonetheless.
It's too late.
Yeah, October.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
a
I don't
Smash
know.
Brothers guy, but Smash on Switch was great.
On 3DS?
Oh yeah, definitely. That was the title.
Yeah. It
the
literally
console that
was-
we're talking about here.
Yeah. Do you?
It literally was Super Smash Brothers for the Nintendo 3DS and Super Smash Brothers for the Nintendo Wii U.
Yeah. Oh, was it the Nintendo Wii U?
It might have just been.
I think
Wii
it might
U,
have been.
yes.
You might be right about that.
Shot is all types of
impossible to
wrong.
Oh man, it was just long. It was like the title was long, but like somehow it worked, and that's really where I don't know if I've told this story, but I've actually broken both thumbs before in my life, not at the same time, separate times. One of them had a pin in it. Actually, my right thumb, when I broke it, I had to go for surgery.
You literally pinned it.
I pinned it. I went into the surgery like, "Hey doc, just pin it."
Just pin it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I was 16 or 17 at the time, so technically I was a child. So I went through like pediatrics, and so they kind of walk you through. This is a story for the post show, maybe. But like, yeah, this is the operating room, and this is the doctor. He's not a scary man. He's gonna give you some medicine to make you go to sleep for a little while. All this kind of nonsense. Anyway, the reason I bring that up with relation to the 3DS and Super Smash Brothers for the Nintendo 3DS is it would make me feel like an old man. Like this old war injury was kind of like coming back to haunt me. I'd be so into the game, and I was like, oh, I felt like my thumb was gonna break again. Like it was like that. It was weak, kind of in that place.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I'd be gripping it so much. That game was. I wanted to give it a shout out because I feel like anybody who played it on the 3DS is just screaming at us right now because it really was quite good.
It was great.
And the way that they kind of adjusted the art style with it so that you could even just see the characters on that small screen.
Like
they kind of had like yeah. And we kind of both did the same thing. We're like a little like
outline.
trot. Yeah, Smash was really good.
I looked it up. It is Super Smash Brothers for Nintendo 3DS then Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. So
weird. They didn't have the
both.
Nintendo both. Interesting.
Yeah. Very weird. So
yeah, good.
It was good though. I will say, there was a Black Friday when I worked at GameStop. I worked a Black Friday and I knew this was going to happen. my other so I was assistant manager at the time. The store manager at the time was my friend Aaron, and he was about to have his first kid, and she was due sometime in November. And I told him, I was like, she's gonna be born on Black Friday. I guarantee it. And sure enough, he calls me on Thanksgiving and he goes, "Hey, you were right." And I was like, dude, like, go do what you got to do. And so I worked like a 28-hour shift or something that Black Friday. I went in Thanksgiving night and I did not leave until like the following Friday night. And it was crazy, but you know, you had that initial like rush of people like early in the morning for Black Friday, and then it was slow the rest of the day. And so I like ordered pizza. We all just played Mario Kart on 3DS, and just between customers, like you would get the odd customer in, but like we kind of made a party out of it, you know?
Yeah.
And it was great. It was
that doesn't sound legal at all. That's too many hours.
Sure. No, it was crazy, but we did it, and yeah, I don't know, man. It was, in a weird way, it was like a good memory. Yeah, but
you reminded me of download play. When you play with multiplayer or something. That's crazy. It's probably the most non-Nintendo thing about the 3DS.
So consumer
is that you could have one copy and other people would just be around you and be able to play at least a version of the game. Right? Like if you joined like a Mario Kart game, it was Mario Kart, but you could still see like certain areas were kind of like blacked out, or it would just let you select your character in your car and that kind of thing. But yeah, like now there's no way. There's no download play with Switch. Like everybody's got to have their own copy. If you want to have two islands, you got to buy a whole other console. You know what I'm saying,
buy
Lachlan?
it, sucker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Enjoy that.
Yeah, download play was really good. Man, so wonderful. 3DS.
I do miss it. Like you know, and I don't mean to like sound snotty or whatever, because like the Switch is a great era of Nintendo and everybody knows it. But I do miss the 3DS era. Like I do.
Well, maybe this is the kickstart. I was thinking I was going to play the 3DS and then talk about it here. Maybe this is the start of the 3DS era.
There you go.
That's what's next.
Truly,
maybe no Xenobabes is next. We're all just playing 3DSs now here at Carpool Gaming.
We should all bring our 3DSs to Extra Life so that we can StreetPass each other.
Oh my gosh, please. Can we?
Like, yeah, because I just want to have Sean and Lachlan living in my 3DS. You know?
Trap you in there.
It's me. I made the very short version of me.
Because you could adjust the height, just like tiny little legs and arms.
So small. I'm so small.
Yes. Everybody who has a 3DS, bring it to Extra Life.
Definitely.
So that we can all street pass each other. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it.
Mario 3D Land.
Yeah. Shoutouts to 3D Land. Wasn't that crazy?
It's like one of my favorite games ever. Yeah.
It's like, damn, I have a Mario 3. I have a 3D Mario. It's like portable Mario Galaxy, basically, is what I have here.
I love it. I love that game.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, let's just make sure we don't forget about that one. Game's got great Mario games, great Zelda games. Like, it hit all. I mean, Metroid especially. People especially love the Metroid games on 3DS.
They sure do. Samus Returns was great.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, actually, it really was good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh,
I think
Ryan
we all miss Reggie, says Yarden. Yeah.
We do all miss Reggie. Yeah,
Yes.
That's true. Ryan says a 3DS game won my poll of what to play next. I gotta know what game that is.
What is
Ryan.
it? Ryan,
what is it?
Look,
Don't
Ryan
bury
and
the
Lachlan
lead.
are one and the same. These guys have their own embargoes that they just have.
Self-imposed.
Shrouded in mystery, these two.
You'll never know.
Just little teases. Like, just tell us, damn it.
Just get to the plot, you might say.
Nah.
You know?
One might say.
Others must get there. We shall not. We shan't.
We like the plot right where it is.
Yep.
Lachlan's going to start releasing trailers for her thoughts. You
Oh,
won't know
it's Link
yet.
Between Worlds. It's Link Between
Never
Worlds.
played
Ryan's
it.
never played it.
Book club. We gotta do like a video game book club.
Yes, please.
Let's just all play it. Everyone is assigned. We're all doing the thing. What are you giggling about over there,
I'm
Lachlan?
laughing because we have that already.
Well, it's different rules for the backtrackers.
Different.
Oh, okay.
Different rules.
Okay.
Different
They're
rules.
playing like indie games and stuff, and it's
Listen.
great. But
Yeah,
We
it's
just
awesome.
do it once in a blue moon.
Yeah, this is not a
Lachlan.
regular. There's no commitment to a regular book club. This is just fun.
Didn't you say though, Lachlan, that you never finished Link Between Worlds either? Mm-hmm. We gotta do this.
We gotta do this. Amanda, where's Amanda?
I'll replay it.
Amanda.
Yeah. She's upstairs. Yeah. I will happily replay Link Between Worlds. It's not that long of a game. It's
Just
really
play
not
it.
that long.
You rent your weapons. You know, it's really interesting
I
that way.
love that rental system.
Yeah, you just pick it up from the
We're gonna
shop.
we're gonna play it in Discord. You could just see the cameras just pointing at my DS.
I know. There's no way to stream it or anything, really.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing would
Oh,
bring
that'd be
me more
so
joy.
fun. Yawn32 says,
Yeah, go
I'm going
out.
to have to
Go buy
go buy a 3DS. I mean, I could lend you one.
That's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sean's got all of them,
3DSs to
so,
spare.
I
yeah.
got a
there you
bunch.
go.
I really do. Yeah.
Sold some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm now
Holy.
obsessed with this idea of us all playing Link Between Worlds.
There's something special about the 3DS. Like, there really is. Even Hey Pikmin is pretty decent.
I liked Hey Pikmin, and I like the Chibi Robo game too, Ziplash.
Oh,
I
yeah.
liked
Oh,
it
my
too.
kids are playing it right now. They're
I have
obsessed.
that one too.
Yeah, I liked it. You know? So,
Fiona McKinnon
Yeah.
in the chat says, I have two. Fulia in the chat. I'm bringing my 3DS. Yes.
bring your 3DSs, everybody.
Bring your
Let's
3DSs. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, man. What a time.
go. It's
Yeah,
making
we're
a comeback.
officially abandoning. Yeah, we're abandoning coverage for
Forget
the
the
Switch.
Switch.
Yeah, no more Stardew Valley.
Switch 2, forget
Playing
it.
New Leaf. Oh yeah, we're going back.
We're rolling it back to the 3DS.
Oh God, I love it. Yeah,
I love it too. I'm glad we finally talked about this. This was fun.
me too. Yeah, we'll be back. I'm not done with this.
I'm not done either. Yeah.
No way, Jose.
Oh man, I would love for us to all play Link Between Worlds and then do like a podcast like dedicated to just talking about Link Between
For
Worlds like
no
10
reason.
years
Like,
later,
there's not-
for
yeah.
no reason.
They're not
I
an
mean,
anniversary or
you know what?
anything.
Let's do it.
We got her.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
do it.
Yes, she's in.
Let's do
Yes.
it. I will restart from 0 because I don't remember a dang thing. So I will start
my
all the way
gosh.
over.
I told you guys at the start of the show, I'm in limbo land. I don't know what's really next. Like Stardew's there.
I just bought
I
3
feel
games
like
tonight,
something
but
is
let me-
coming. Yeah,
I just bought 3 games tonight, but let me go back to my 3DS.
you're learning
It's
the
not a
ways,
long
Lachlan.
game.
Yes, you're on the
It's
path.
not a long game. You'll do it.
I
mean,
don't know
you
how
know, it's-
many games I'm simultaneously playing now that I've added this. So, but let's just do it. Let's just why not?
Hell yes.
Haven't finished Xenobabe yet, but we're working
Oh
on
my
it.
gosh.
Do that.
Yes,
and this.
Ryan. Of course. We
Ryan,
gotta
you're
wrangle-
hosting. What are you talking about? Ryan in the chat says, "Can I be on this book club?" Like, you're the host of the show. What are you talking about?
You have to come up with the questions,
Yes. Oh my gosh. I am stoked
pumped
about this.
Yeah, we're pumped. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is what it's all about, you guys. Let's just come up with random ideas, get pumped about it, and just go have fun. That's
podcasting is good.
Podcasting is good. Yes. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's wrap up the show, if you will, by thanking our patrons, thanking our wonderful friends as Locklith holds up. We've shown off so many physicals tonight. Locklith's holding it up like a piece of the Triforce. But of course, let's thank our patrons, though, our wonderful friends and supporters at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Thank you to our ultimate producers like Jonathan Brown, whose wonderful music can be found at linktree/pme.jib. And thank you to Cwaggy, who reminds you that the best babes are Xenobabes. We got links in the show notes, so please show your love and support to our ultimate producers. Thank you to our platinum producers, Robby, Bobby Miller, Tim Paullin, and Smokin Joe. And thank you to our gold members, Adam K, Anna, Awesome Dave 1337, BobLoblaw, Brad Moore, Brian Reese, Cecily Carrozza, CowboyDangerD, CrocoKyle, Dan and Luma, Dannohh, Emily O'Kelly, Hoppel, Jan32, Patrice Mallette, Peje EP, Samuel Nessling joining the team here, Shane Erickson, Tech Mike, Tim Aulph, and Toxic. Thank you so much to all of our patrons at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. You get a 7-day free trial to the exclusive tier over there, and check out a litany of exclusive content like the Nintendo Drive post show, which we'll be recording immediately after this show. So don't miss out. Patreon.com/carpoolgaming.
We'll see you there.
We'll see you there.
Litany sounds like a crime.
A litany? Yeah, I committed a litany.
Committed a litany.
Grand litany.
A Litten is a Pokemon.
That's true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yeah. Shoutouts to Pokemon Sun and Moon on the 3DS.
On the 3DS. Oh my gosh.
It's all connected.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've shown about 15 physicals tonight, so we will skip that part of the show.
I've shown too much.
I've shown too
much tonight.
You know too much. Sean, where can people find you on the internet?
On the internet, if you're looking around, you can find me on Twitter at Sean Capri. Sean like Connery, Capri like the pants. Look no further. That's where you point your search bar. Also on the Switch, SW687902366588. Just like Eric Lindros is my Switch friend code. You can add me on your Switch, see what I'm playing, I guess, and that is all that does.
That is all
for you. Yes, yeah. That is all for me. That is it.
Seth. Where can people find you?
You can find me at $2 Hero on the Soch. You can find me on Twitter /X. My friend code is SW411280613454, just like Eric Lindros as well. That is all. That is me. The end. Complete.
Well, it is I, the Locklith, and you can find me on Twitter or X at Locklith TWT, on Instagram at Locklith. You can find me here on YouTube at Locklith. You will not find me at this code on the back of my Link Between Worlds card, but I'll read it off to you. It's
the serial number?
BZLE 9000084. Patent pending CTR 005 as well, in case you were curious.
What is happening?
Just reading the serial number of her copy of A Link Between Worlds. Sure.
Because it's at that serial number that the book club will be discussed.
That'll be the secret code. Yeah, that's the secret code for the book club.
Yeah, that's the password.
Yep. That's how you get in.
What a show. What a damn show.
But thank y'all for hanging out with us for today's episode of the Nintendo Drive. Bump that like button if you haven't already, and fuel this carpool in the comments below with your favorite 3DS game that you wish would come to the Switch. And why is it Tomodachi Life?
Yes, absolutely.
Tamagotchi Life.
Why is it Tamagotchi Life?
That is not a thing.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Nintendo Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow us at Carpool Gaming on socials. Don't forget to check out our awesome Nintendo Drive merch on carpoolgaming.com And you can also support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/carpoolgaming, where you'll unlock all sorts of exclusive content like the Nintendo Drive Post Show. Links to everything are in the description. See you next week!